Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. All praise belongs to Allah, and peace and blessings upon the Prophet Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, I want to ask you something honestly tonight. Is there something you've been asking Allah for, something you want so badly, but it hasn't come yet? Maybe it's a job, maybe it's a marriage, maybe it's a child, maybe it's healing from an illness, maybe it's just peace, peace of mind, peace in your home, peace in your heart. And somewhere along the way, after asking again and again, you started to wonder, is Allah even listening? Am I even worthy of what I'm asking for? Tonight, I want to talk to you about asking Allah for what you want, and I want to change the way you look at that process completely. Now, let's start here. Some of us feel guilty for wanting things. We think I should just be content. I shouldn't ask for so much. But listen, desire is not the enemy of faith. Allah placed desires in you. He placed ambition in you. He placed dreams in your heart. That is not something to be ashamed of. The prophets themselves asked Allah for things. They asked for children when they had none. They asked for victory when they were surrounded by enemies. They asked for guidance when they felt lost. Wanting something and asking for. It is not weakness. It is exactly what a believer is supposed to do. The problem is never in the wanting. The problem is when we stop asking and start relying on ourselves alone, or worse, when we give up on asking altogether. Now here's the part most people struggle with. You ask again. Weeks pass, months pass, maybe years pass, and nothing changes. So you start to think Allah isn't listening. But let me tell you something important. An unanswered dua is never an ignored dua. Every single dua you make is heard. Every single one. Nothing you whisper in the middle of the night. Nothing you cry out in your loneliest moment goes unheard by Him. But the answer doesn't always look the way we expect. Sometimes what you're asking for isn't given to you yet because the timing isn't right. Sometimes it's not given because something better is coming. And sometimes, and this is hard to accept, it's not given because Allah, who knows everything, knows it would actually harm you. Think about a small child who begs their parent for something dangerous. Maybe a sharp knife to play with. The parent says no, not because they don't love the child, but because they love the child too much to give them something that would hurt them. That's how Allah deals with us sometimes. He denies us not out of neglect, but out of protection. Here's something beautiful that many people don't fully understand. Your dua is never lost. Even if you don't get exactly what you asked for, it still counts. It's still recorded. It still has value. Some of it may be saved for you as reward on a day when you need it most today. When you'll look at your scale of good deeds and see duas you don't even remember making, waiting there for you. Some of it may be used to remove a hardship you never even knew was coming your way, protecting you from something you'll never see, never know about, but which was blocked because you asked. So when you make dua and it feels like nothing is happening, know that something is happening. You just can't see it yet. Now let's talk about how we ask, because this matters. First, ask with certainty, not doubt. Don't ask half-heartedly saying, "Oh Allah, if you want, maybe help me." Ask with confidence. Ask like you actually believe He can do it, because He can. Nothing is difficult for Him. Second, be specific. Don't just say, "Oh Allah, make things easy." Tell Him exactly what's in your heart. Tell Him the job you want. Tell Him the person you want to marry. Tell Him the exact healing you're hoping for. He already knows, but pour your heart out in detail. That's part of the beauty of dua. It's intimacy with your Creator. Third, ask consistently, not just once. Don't make dua one night and give up the next day because nothing happened. The believers before us would ask for the same thing for years, sometimes decades, before it was granted. Consistency in asking is not a sign of weak faith. It's actually a sign of strong faith because you keep coming back to the same door, believing it will open. Fourth, pair your dua with action. Ask Allah for a job, but also apply for it. Ask Allah for a good marriage, but also work on becoming someone worthy of a good marriage. Ask Allah for guidance, but also put yourself in environments where guidance is nurtured. Dua and effort go hand in hand. One without the other is incomplete. This is so important. Many people stop asking because the wait feels too long. They interpret delay as rejection. But delay is not rejection. Delay is often preparation. Maybe Allah is preparing you for what you're asking for. Maybe you're not ready yet for the blessing you want, and He's using this waiting period to grow you, to strengthen you, to humble you, to prepare your heart to receive it properly when it finally comes. Think about how a farmer plants a seed. He doesn't dig it up every single day to check if it's growing. He waters it, he's patient, and he trusts that beneath the soil, something is happening even when he can't see it. Your dua is like that seed. Beneath the surface, something is happening even during the silence. Some of you are sitting here thinking, but I've sinned so much. Why would Allah answer someone like me? Listen carefully. Your sins do not disqualify you from asking. If anything, they should push you to ask more, not less. Because a person full of pride thinks they don't need to ask anyone for anything. But a person who is humbled by their own weaknesses and mistakes, that person truly understands their need for Allah. Allah is not waiting for perfect people to ask Him for things. He's waiting for sincere people, flawed, imperfect, but sincere in their return to Him. So don't let shame stop you from asking. Let your shame push you toward Him, not away from Him. My brothers and sisters, as we come to the end of tonight's reminder, I want you to hold on to this. Whatever it is you've been asking Allah for, don't stop. Don't lose hope. Don't assume silence means no. Keep knocking on that door. Keep whispering that same dua, even if you've said it 1,000 times before. Because the one you're asking is not tired of hearing from you. He's not annoyed by your repetition. He loves it when His servants keep coming back, keep asking, keep depending on Him. So tonight, before you sleep, ask Him again. Ask with sincerity, ask with hope. Ask like you truly believe He can give you what your heart desires. And trust that whatever the answer is, whether it comes today, comes later, or comes in a form you didn't expect, it will always be exactly what's best for you. For you. May Allah grant every single one of you what your heart is longing for in the way that benefits you most in this life and the next. Jazakumullahu khairan.